Good morning, y'all. We're starting our day out with another possible repair at the campground. But that's not what I wanted to talk to you about this morning. Is this weekend we had this sweet old man staying down at our cabins with his son and daughter-in-law and two children. And I got to talk to him. He asked us what Cindy and I do, and I told him, we've been full-timing for the past 7 years, and we love it. And his total face expression changed, and I was like, "Are you okay? What's going on?" He goes, "My wife and I had a dream to do that, and I kept putting it off, saying I wanted to get my Social Security, and then I turned 62 and I didn't take my Social Security because I wanted to maximize it, so I worked till, I think he said he was 68, and then right about the time that he went to go take his Social Security and to retire, his wife became very ill and they never got to live out their adventure, and now he's lost all desire. He had fun with his son and daughter-in-law and family, but he just doesn't feel like that it would be the right thing to do to go out on this adventure that was his wife's dream. So the only reason I say that is, yes, Cindy and I can't afford to do this lifestyle off my meager Southern police retirement, and that's why we work. But we're still doing the adventure. We've been to Minnesota, we've been to Montana, we've been to South Dakota, we've been to California, we've been to Texas, we've been to Louisiana, we've been to New Jersey, somewhere I never thought I'd go. And if we would have stayed and kept working, trying to build up money, who knows, we might not have been able to do this lifestyle. And I'm reminded of that. If you remember on the end of the last vlog, I told you that we got some sad news about some of our friends that work camp, and they'd been on the road for 10 years. Larry was 73, and he passed away at the campground. So if Cindy and I would have waited until we would have gotten to the point that we could have afforded to do this straight out, we may have missed on all these adventures. We may have missed Yellowstone, Glacier, Pinnacles, all the national parks we've been to. We may never have made it to the headwaters of the Mississippi, which is, by the way, is in Minnesota, which is, I find very, Lake Itasca is where it starts, which I find strange. But I say all that because, if you're just waiting for the right time to start this lifestyle, there's plenty of work camping jobs out there. There's more jobs, I feel, than there are people to fill them. And so you can't afford it yet. I don't think that matters. I think what matters is that you live your life and you do what you want to do, especially if you're with your loved ones and they want to do it too. Go on the adventure together. Stop waiting. You're never going to have all the money. There's plenty of opportunity to make money on the road. And the only reason that we are doing this management job, which is tough and time consuming, is because we spent a lot of our savings when our son passed away, with the funeral and the travel and taking time off from work. And I just want to build my nest egg back up. So we're taking 2 years off of doing our extreme travel and managing campgrounds so we can build our savings back up. But the opportunity was here and we're doing it. We're in a part of the country we've never been at before. We're in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey, right on the Wading River. You can't ask for more beauty than is here. And we still get our winters off. We're going to go take 6 weeks and go to Georgia is the plan, and go to South Carolina and see my parents and the rest of the kids. We're loving having our son here. But that's not why we're at the rec hall. We've got what appears to be a busted toilet, and I've got to make the decision whether or not we're going to keep our fingers crossed and hope that it stays together, or if we have to replace it. Let's go on in the snack shack here and take a look. So the offending toilet, I'm told it's on the right side. I sent them back here to replace the guts of this toilet. That's some weird guts there. I bought this new all-in-one to put in it. And there's this crack right down here. Looks like something hit it right there and caused a crack. I'm gonna say, let's not spend the money. Not many people use this toilet. It is mainly for employees. And we'll see if we've only got 6 more weeks of the snack shack. We're going to see if we can make that one last. So before we go back to the house, Cindy's still at the house. Today's our slow day. And I'm gonna see if I can talk her into going to look at kittens. That'll be interesting. I really want to get another cat. Puma is doing so much better. So we're stopping by to check on the pool. Jen, the pool lady, is not in yet. She had a doctor's appointment. I'm gonna go ahead and open the pool. When she comes in, she can clean it. Pool is looking absolutely beautiful. It really doesn't need vacuuming today. I don't see anything on the bottom. That store-bought water that we put in the pool is, I think that was the trick. It evened everything out. The chemicals are a lot more stable. Thought I'd show y'all one thing here on the pool deck, or by the pool. This is where we had to dig up, where we had the busted pipe. And instead of waiting for grass to grow, Jen found plants that were planted around the campground, and she made this lovely rock garden. I think it looks nice, nice addition to the pool deck. Thought I would take y'all over and show you the project we hope to have finished by this weekend. Is we are trying to build a fence to keep the golf carts and bicycles and stuff from riding over or on the bounce pillow. I know, just like I think that we shouldn't have to worry about something like that, but what I've found is in the campground lifestyle, we do have to worry about that. So we're putting in a split rail fence, and we're doing an opening right here to be able to, for people to walk into the playground. We're going to take out this bench so we can put the fence through here with small openings by the trees. And then we have put the fence in here, and we're going to surround the jumping pillow with the fence. But it's a very nice split rail fence, and it's going to, I think, keep the vehicular traffic off of the jumping pillow, which I will say, wow, has the jumping pillow been a very, very good addition to the campground. The kids love it. Here's a swimming hole down here at the river. That's also a very popular place for the families, and you can see people tube by. Now we're going to go back to the camper. I've got to get the dirty clothes together. Today is going to be wash day, and Cindy and I are going to change sheets on the bed. That's also a weekly chore, and then we will get working, and we're not going to be working for a long time. but we will be working nonetheless. Oh, there's Cindy right there. Let's go pick her up. So one thing I mentioned, off to work we go. So I mentioned to them about the old man I met this weekend and about waiting to start this lifestyle till you can afford to do it.
We've heard that so many times.
How many times have we heard that story
A
from
lot.
sad people? Remember down in Hilton Head, the old man sitting on the dock right before we
Fishing.
started fishing? Yep. And so we hear that
And
more.
we heard it in Florida.
Our day started very quickly before we even pulled up to the building.
You know what I mean?
Problems. So what do they say? What do they say? Best laid plans or something are subject to change. So anyway, that meeting, the phone call Cindy took is that I had been shopping proposals to have internet installed here in the park. And it's moved to the next stage, and we may actually get internet here in the park. But the only time that corporate can meet is today at 2 o'clock on a web-based phone call. Well, everybody knows Tuesdays is our afternoon off. Our one afternoon we get to take off and leave the park. Guess who's got a 2 o'clock appointment today? I do. So I'm gonna go get the Jeep, not do laundry, maybe this evening. I'm gonna go get the Jeep, and Cindy and I are gonna try to take a quick morning off. So we've got 3.5 hours until the 2 o'clock meeting. So we're gonna see what we can do for the next couple hours. Stay tuned. Don't leave, or you'll never know, just like I don't know. So as y'all know, last week we talked about ducks on the Jeep, a bunch of them in the window. Came out today and I've got 2 new ducks on the Jeep to add to our window of ducks. Welcome to the family, quackers. So today must be duck day. After I put the 2 new little ducks in the Jeep and went inside and got everything ready for our day so we could take our 2.5 hour lunch break and go find us a nice place to eat. Cindy came out and somebody was walking up to put this little reindeer duck on the Jeep. So I think I'm gonna have to start a duck orphanage. And so we'll add that duck to the windshield. And no, I'm not holding the camera while we're riding down the road. Camera's on a mount. Keyboard warriors, stay in your lane.
Wow, they're still giving you a hard time?
No, but they will if I don't remind them. So.
So I think we need to line.
All right, the duck's up.
Yes.
All right, so you'll be in charge of
They're
duck lining.
flipping and flopping and
I think we need to
flapping
start
and-
sharing them with other Jeep owners.
it's not very nice.
So, all right, we'll see you in a little
People
bit.
gave us these. We have to be respectful of these.
Okay.
They're very important.
Okay. I know y'all get tired of us probably going to Hamilton, but it is probably the closest decent sized town that has a variety of restaurants, and so we're going to go down there for lunch today. We're doing a lunch date since our afternoon plans were canceled by corporate.
Or you never know, we may just do an ice cream day.
Ooh. 2 weeks in a row at the ice cream store. And they sell hoagies that we could split a sandwich. We could sit at the restaurant, not get in the car.
Oh, but I'm not sure what time they open. Remember, they've got weird hours.
You have one of those Google machines that
I
can
know,
tell
but
you.
We could also just go in person.
Yeah. So we could maybe split a sandwich and get an ice cream because you wanted to try that blueberry concoction because
That was,
according to the comments on our last video, we're in the blueberry capital of the world,
absolutely. And where cranberries are grown.
yeah, but I thought that when we were in Montana on the far side of Flathead Lake that was blueberry capital.
No. That's Flathead cherries. That's
Those
the
are cherries. I can't keep our fruits and vegetables.
That's
in regions.
huckleberries and cherries are Montana.
Okay, so blueberry capital of the world. I will let you do that. I'm going with the chocolate chip again.
You're not gonna venture out and
No.
try something new?
No.
You're
I like what
boring.
You're the one. You're talking about me being boring, Miss. Every time we go to the Mexican restaurant for the last 44 years,
Nuh-uh. I switched it up in South Carolina. I did do the chicken rice bowl thing in South Carolina.
And Sellers. I think it's because their quesadillas sucked. But 99.99%. Oh, I'm switching it up too. Because normally we get chocolate mint chip, and I'm getting chocolate chip.
You got chocolate chip
Last time, that's right. I'm switching it up in New Jersey. But whenever we go to a Mexican restaurant, there's a 99.9996% chance that Cindy's going to get a plain chicken quesadilla. No
chicken and cheese.
Chicken and cheese. No beans, no rice, just that's it. So talk to me about that.
Actually,
here's the hand.
How old are you?
I am 60 years old. And you know, we were talking earlier about this, don't wait till you're too late. Till it's too late.
Till you're too late.
Till it's too late.
I know, just
So I'll be 61. I'm closer to 60.
You just turned 60 in
Months
February. Months ago.
So how old were we when we hit the road? So I retired at 50. We were 54, so we've been on the road for 6.5 years. So we weren't old enough to take Social Security. I do have I like to call it a meager South Carolina police retirement.
Well, it
pays the majority of the bills.
Yeah.
But it's not enough to live on. We don't have food, gas, that kind of stuff, so we have to work. We had some savings that we blew through when we first made the imaginary budget and hit the road.
Well, and the job we were doing when we first started
Did not pay well.
didn't pay as well as we thought it would end up paying.
So there's alternatives to, if you can't afford to hit the road but you really want to do this lifestyle, there's a ton of different jobs out there. There's traditional work camping in the campground like we do.
I can't get over the variety of jobs. I just saw a listing, I want to say it was on Facebook or somewhere, where a company was looking for help. They have a petting zoo, and they travel around from place to place with the animals. And they were wanting help. Evidently they've got a circuit they do with their petting zoo. I guess they do small fairs and events and that sort of thing.
And you can travel with the carnival, doing the games.
That's exactly right. Or the food stands.
Yep. And
a lot of those food stands do a circuit. We even met some people at the Atlanta RV show that sell merchandise at the RV shows.
Yep, they
that go
RV shows
with fairs and that sort of thing. Or craft fairs or that kind of thing.
And we have friends that do the Amazon deal. We have friends that do pumpkin stands and Christmas tree stands and travel around doing that. They do the beet harvest. What is it?
Some have the pumpkin.
I saw an ad the other day, like if you want to go to South Dakota, Wall Street Drugs they have a small campground
That's
behind
right.
the drugstore.
Yes.
If you remember seeing that when
They
we were there.
hire seasonal help there.
So there
too.
was an ad for Wall Drugs. It's a huge like mall. That
Oh,
they have.
and I had seen in Michigan or Wisconsin, somewhere in that area one time, where a pie shop was hiring
Well,
seasonal help to work in there.
when we were in West Yellowstone, they had the fudge shops there
Yep.
that hired, and they put you up in a campground nearby.
The big candy stores. Yeah.
And
Well,
then you can
all
do
of
the
those-
national parks.
All of those souvenir shops do that in, places that pretty much shut down for the winter.
So like I said in my opening, that you don't have to wait till you can afford it. There really are more jobs out there
There are so many options.
than there are work campers available to do it. We chose the campgrounds because that's what
One
we
thing we
enjoy.
didn't mention is, remember we stopped at those Harvest Hope wineries?
Yes.
And some of the wineries and stuff hire seasonal help to help harvest.
Yep. If you know anything about picking grapes, or they even had
They train you and teach you too.
the one in Virginia that we went to. Remember that winery we went to?
Yep.
They hired seasonal people to do like the fermenting process, to check the vats and to help with the bottling.
And to help with the wine tasting and
Yes.
all that.
I would taste wine for free.
What I
I'm just
not you, silly.
I'm just saying I would.
But they also, what I thought was so interesting about that winery, and I'm sure it's the same in California and places like that, but they had that one wine that they made that was called Hurricane Red.
Oh, I do
And
remember that.
it all depended on the weather and when they had to harvest
Yeah.
the grapes.
And that was a
because
small
those-
batch, but only from those grapes.
Yeah, and it all depended on when they actually ended up having to harvest them, whether a hurricane, because it was always during
Do you remember
hurricane season.
Do you remember what hurricane that was? They said.
No, but they said the batch tastes different every year, from year to year, because of
How long the grape was on the vine, and how
Right.
much the sugar content
Yep.
was based on the hurricane patterns, because they never knew when they were going to harvest
Sometimes
it.
they had to harvest it early if a hurricane was coming in, and sometimes they could leave it on the vine longer and wait. I just thought it was interesting.
And I bet up here, these farms that do the
Blueberries.
blueberries and the cranberries,
Yep.
I wonder if they hire seasonal work camping.
I don't know if they would. I don't know if they hire seasonal work camping, but
I know.
I'm sure the cranberry bogs and stuff.
I know
do
one
have
of our
seasonal
workers
help.
downstairs, Bobby. Yes, we have nicknames for everybody. But downstairs, Bobby, the last couple of years, he's taken off from the campground, I'm told.
And he's nicknamed that because he lives in the downstairs apartment.
Yes. Yeah, so there's a duplex. Our son Harper's living upstairs in what is supposed to be the manager's residence. And then Bobby's the caretaker of the property. And he lives
in the
downstairs. And we have more than just one Bobby that works at the campground. So one's Big Bobby, one's downstairs Bobby.
Just like we've got three
Jeffs. Got Big Jeff, Georgia Jeff, and Jeff with the G. So there you go. And I'll give you an example of what you can make. So like at our campground, we offer a free spot, either full hookup or
well, whatever's available for that size camp.
Or a spot that requires pump outs.
Water and electric.
And we
have more
give you
30
the
amp
free pump
spots
outs.
than we do 50 amp.
Yep,
FYI.
so you get a free spot. You get 20% off in the store, and you make, starting out at $15.49 an hour,
which is minimum wage in
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Well, it's actually getting ready to go up, I
That's
think,
what
to
I was about to say.
1611. And
Somebody said it was going up
yeah, and
in September. I
in
think they
September.
said.
But so, you know, you can make that, plus you don't have any living expenses. Free electric, free water. We may be looking at, because you know we have a 2 o'clock appointment, talk about internet. So if we get internet, we love it up here. You get to do all the canoe rides you want on the Wading River and that sort of stuff. So anyway, we would, if you're worried about not being able to afford life on the road, I've got a video in my playlist, my work camping playlist, that's about how we used to find our jobs. You can go watch that video. I'll try to link it to the end of this video, but it tells you how we found our jobs, and you can see what's available. There's a ton of Facebook groups, there's a ton of websites out there, and
actually, if you're interested in doing it, one of our housekeepers this year, they had just gotten a camper, and they still have
their
a house, and they were trying it out to see how it worked. And this was kind of a good test.
Yep, so they just came to the campground. I put an ad on Facebook, and she said, you know, we want to try this out. Do you have anything available? We talked with her. We liked her. We actually did have a position available, and they gave her a spot. And they stay like 4 nights a week at the campground, and now they've decided to sell their house.
They really enjoy the lifestyle, and her husband was looking to, I don't think he's old enough to be retiring.
Yes, he is retiring.
Is he retiring?
From the he's a plant maintenance supervisor at some plant up here, and he was looking at retiring, but they did, you know, they both still want to work and be they need to work. They
and
can't afford to not work.
So they thought this would be an interesting lifestyle and wanted to try it out to see if they liked it. And this was kind of a good test this season for
And they
them.
do, don't they?
Oh yeah, they love it.
So we're going to make a decision about ice cream or lunch, and we'll bring you back once that decision is made.
I think I've already made my decision, but
Don't go anywhere. No spoiler alerts. All right, Cindy, do you have some very, very sad, upsetting, disturbing news to share with our friends on YouTube?
I'm a little upset.
Try not to cry.
I know, I'm a little upset.
Why are you upset, sweetie?
The ice cream store does not open till 3 o'clock.
And we'll be back at the campground by then.
Well, we have to be back at the campground because we have a meeting.
So no soup for you. I mean ice cream.
So we're not doing an ice cream date, which I was kind of looking forward to.
Yep. Well, you know, she looks forward to any date with me, but ice cream makes it better. Right?
I spend 24/7 with you. I get excited about ice cream.
Wow. So we're going back to Brothers Pizza. We didn't get to take y'all here when we went last time because we met one of our employees. This time it's just the two of us. And this, of all the bad New Jersey pizza we've had, yes, they don't know how to cook no pizza in New Jersey.
Listen, it's just because you're from the South. And it's not the same.
So this has been the best of the New Jersey pizzas.
In your opinion.
Period. No, it's fact.
Oh, so
I'm a pizza connoisseur.
Really?
Yeah, so it's not Nebraska's.
Should we travel around and do that?
Yeah, let's do that. You know, one thing I want to do once we retire in about 2 years and don't have to work camp full time to live is I would like to do a Major League Baseball stadium tour.
Oh, I know.
And go to a game in every... What would be really cool if we could catch the Braves playing in every stadium. That won't be possible,
Oh my
but I would like
gosh.
to go to every stadium and get like a pennant or a magnet or a sticker, or I got to pick one. But anyway, that's another video. This video is about...
Okay, so we're going to go to Brothers Pizza. I thought it was very good pizza in my opinion.
It was acceptable.
Now, but I want to say, New Jersey, they have...
Greasy pizza.
They have more authentic Italian food. You don't know what authentic Italian food is because you eat crap Italian food in South Carolina.
No, I'm from South Carolina. I know what food's supposed to taste like.
But they call it pie here. They call it Italian pie
There's no chocolate.
or tomato pie. And
it's greasy.
and this is more
They say because of the
authentic.
sausage is authentic sausage. No, your sausage leaks grease. So anyway, we're gonna go get a Brothers Pizza. Come along with us, because nothing like shopping center pizza screams authentic Italian food. So it does have one thing going for it that the ice cream place did not have, and that's the open sign. The other thing New Jersey doesn't have is sweet.
Oh yeah, that's very disturbing to you. Alex very upset.
I'm trying to
about
get
that.
off of soda.
So you're gonna drink sweet tea?
Yes. It's healthy.
No,
It's tea. It's all natural.
no. Water is healthy.
I drink plenty of water. Can somebody tell me what the obsession there is in New Jersey with putting lemon in my Diet Coke? So this is a medium pizza. It looks delicious, but look at how much oil there is on top of it. That's what I can't get over. But what do you think, Cindy? Is it big enough?
Way big.
So we'll be taking...
Harper's gonna get some
Yeah,
pizza.
Harper's gonna get some pizza. So, Cindy lined the ducks
Oh, you gotta fix that one. He's flipped.
all up. Which one? Oh. So Cindy lined.
He's supposed to be looking out the window.
I can have somebody looking at me. But we have our ducks in a row now. So, let me fix the duck. Pizza was okay. I'm just used to a drier pizza.
Okay, so this is, and I'm gonna, our friend that's from Jersey, I think it's the sauce. They use a more authentic sauce, and it's, I don't want to say runnier, let's say thinner, not as thick as you're used to.
Yes.
And so that may be part of it. But at least their crust was crisp,
Now I do like the crust.
and it's not doughy.
I do like the crust, but yes, it's just so messy and runny and greasy, and I mean, I guess it has the flavor.
No, the
I just-
flavor and the sauce has a fresh
So maybe it's
flavor
not
to
the
it.
taste. It's I don't enjoy eating it because it's too much work.
It's messy. I
So-
think that's what it is, but I think it's the sauce.
So the mystery has been solved. It's the sauce. But we're headed. We have just about an hour, so we're headed back to the campground now. It was date lunch instead of date night. And actually, we got a phone call. The managers
Yeah, I'm
of
actually excited about this.
the next campground up, Timberline, Timber Lake, Timber something,
Timberline Lake, I believe.
has invited us to dinner. So 2 meals. I'm really getting fat. I've got to do something
I
about it.
was about to say.
I bet I've gained 20, 25 pounds since we've been here.
Well, I got on the scale. I'm not doing too terrible.
I'm not.
I got on the scale this morning.
I haven't gotten on the scale this morning. But I looked at, when I got up from the chair, I looked and I've got a belly again. So we got to start working on that. See you at the campground. So we've made it back to the park. We had our 2 o'clock meeting at 3 o'clock. And it's now 4:15 and I just finished it. Looks like a viable solution to put internet in the park. It's just going to be expensive, and to see how we can cover that in our current fee structure or determine if it's worth the increase, I may have to figure out some way to survey our current seasonals to see if it's a service they'd be willing to pay for. So now I'm headed to the pool. We've got a group of local police officers and their families here. I had to speak to them when I first got here before I started my meeting about drinking at the pool, and they are now giving my pool lady a hard time. So I got to remind them that they're supposed to be setting the example for the rest of the community, and obey rules and laws. So that should be an interesting conversation. I won't take y'all along with that just because I might have to get ugly. Alright, so I invited them nicely to leave the pool area if they're not able to obey the rules, and so we'll see if they continue to change course and follow some pretty simple rules. Left the cart at the camper. I'm walking back down to get Cindy in the Jeep, and then we're gonna go pick up the couple from Timberline or Timberlake or whatever the campground is. They want to go out to dinner and discuss the upcoming campground games. Evidently, every year it's our campground versus their campground. We've won the trophy the last 2 years. We're new to the festivities and they want to talk about it. So we'll see what that's about. And we're going to go get some Chinese. Not sure how much of it I will videotape, but I will definitely fill y'all in when I get back. All right, so it's 5:42. We are headed over to Timberline Campground, pick up the managers from there, and go to dinner and discuss campground wars, or whatever it's called. Is that what it's called?
I think so.
All right, I'm gonna put y'all down before the keyboard warriors get on me. All right, here we are at Timberline Lake Camping Resort.
That was a nice little campground.
Yeah, we took a tour. We just got back from dinner with the owners / managers. And I hate to say we're going to beat them in the campground wars. I'm just saying.
Are you motivated? Are you going to play?
I'm told I'm not allowed to play.
Oh, really? We're not allowed to play?
No, you have to be a seasonal.
What?
Yep. Got to be a seasonal according to our seasonals. And yeah, I'm not allowed.
They tell us lies all the time.
All right, we'll see you back at the campground. All right, so we made it home. Getting comfortable on the sofa. I do have to edit this video and put it out, but we wanted to thank you for watching our vlog today. And if you have any questions about going full-time, you can always email us and I'll try to answer your questions. Until next time, safe travels, and I could go to sleep, but I still got some work to do. We'll see you later.